All right, guys, real quick, two updates on the square body before I go to work here. That's why I'm dressed like this. So I finally got the striker adjusted correctly on the door, so it's not bouncing around anymore when I drive it. And then I also got these guys. Show you this real quick. Just no-name shocks, but I'm sure they're going to be better than what's on the truck, which is like 30-year-old shocks that have never been changed. I'm going to be putting on the new shocks, and I will be driving the truck before and after. And then after that, we're kind of just waiting on warm weather to do all the welding of the cab, and I'm gonna end up buying new doors and new quarter panels and whatnot, or fenders, I guess you'd call them. Yeah, so that's the plans for this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up in the truck, and we will go ahead and drive it around tonight. And I need to get gas anyway, so yep, see you then. Ooh. Turn it on. Alright guys, this is the test drive of before I got the shocks changed, so you can kind of see like a before and after. I got this door fixed over here finally. I just needed to adjust the striker after I got a new one, so it's not bouncing around. But I got new shocks for the truck, so I wanted to do a before and after so that way you guys can see it. Still makes a lot of noises. Part of that's because I need new cab mounts, which I also have like the braces and stuff for it, but I'll have to weld them in. And then I'll actually have to buy the mounts and stuff for it. So it's still going to make a lot of noises and stuff, but it's also a 30-year-old truck, so you can't really expect much. So I'm just going to try to like hit some bumps and stuff. Obviously you can still hear it like that. But it's a lot quieter than it was in the last video that I had the truck in, which you can definitely tell if you go back and look at it. You can hear that door banging around the whole time. Definitely still a rocky ride. I don't really expect the shocks to do too much because I think part of the problem is the leaf springs. These things are not meant for speed, I can tell you that. Need to put a limited slip differential in it. Right now it's got that open diff, and it's just, I tried to like take off kind of fast the other day just to like get out into traffic, and since it only had like one wheel pushing, it just slipped, which I mean, it's part of it is tires, but definitely got a noisemaker. I'm really going to work on, once I start getting the rocker panels and the floor pans and everything welded in, I'm really going to work on getting everything silenced up. There's like rubber silencers and everything that you can put on the doors. And I finally got this one over here to seal on top, but obviously I have no rocker panels, so you can still see the floor when you're driving. But once I get everything, like once we get enough warmer weather to where I can start welding in it and everything, I'll be able to close everything up and get it nice and solid. Alright boys, it has been probably like 2 weeks since I recorded the beginning of this video. Reason for that is it's been cold and I've been working a lot. So I finally got to taking the shocks off, and right now I have everything sprayed down. Obviously I took the wheel off, which was a job in its own. So my next step is to get that bolt up there, take it out, and that bolt down there, and then I can get the new front shocks on. I'm doing all four today. I'm probably not going to record it though, because there's plenty of videos of shocks on YouTube that you can watch. So I'm just kind of doing it before and after, since this is like a restoration project. So All right, let's get after it. All right, boys, I got the shocks changed out. I'll show you the old ones here real quick. So those two are the back shocks. Obviously, one of them kind of worked. I had to help it back out. The other one just completely shot. And the front ones are both completely shot. So I pretty much had one shock this whole time. So it definitely needed changed. So, gonna take a ride. We're gonna take a ride in the truck and see if it rides any better. I'm not entirely convinced that it will, simply because, like, obviously the shocks looked a lot better, but I just think it needs coil springs more than anything. So the shocks are gonna help a little bit with the bumps, but I don't think it'll be, did I say coil springs? I mean leaf springs. But the shocks will help, but I don't think it'll be enough to really make a huge, like, noticeable difference. Sorry, I'm like loopy. I haven't slept in like 24 hours. But it's still gonna be like a stiff ride because our leaf springs are 30 years old, which might actually wear them out. So it'd be a softer ride. I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's go see how big of a difference these made. I'm not gonna go on too long of a ride because I have my puppy in the house. We got our new puppy and he's not potty trained and he's also kind of an asshole. So I live on like bumpy enough of a street to like be able to tell if it made a difference just by going around the block. So we'll see. I really need gas. I'm listening for sounds. I really need gas because I haven't driven this truck in a couple days, so I haven't like filled it up. But we'll see. Hopefully I didn't forget to tighten anything down and we don't wreck. Honestly, like, I don't know, man, it kind of does feel better. Like, it's still like bumpier than shit, but like, that's gonna happen with 40-year-old leaf springs. But I think it is taking them better. Huh. I'm actually really surprised. Keep in mind, a lot of the sounds and stuff you're hearing are just from, like, I need new bushings and things need just repaired. And my exhaust makes a lot of sounds too, because I have yet to stiffen that up. I really need to. I just don't feel like it. Man, this actually made a lot more of a difference than I thought it would. It's kind of awesome. Gonna take it right here. See what I mean? Like, when you hit bumps, like, it's still noisy, but like, it handles, like, I think the biggest thing you notice is like the small bumps. Like the big, like, dips and shit in the road, obviously, like, you're still gonna feel, but like this small shit that like normally was like throwing me around, I don't feel at all. This is dope. Alright, I'm impressed. I think a lot of it was honestly like the bushings for the shocks too. Like the shock bushings were fucking shot. Alright, boys. Another step in the restoration complete. I also looked at the front brakes while I was down there and they look pretty good, so I won't have to do this for a while. I think I said in the last video, or maybe it was in the beginning of this video, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago. I already did the rear drums and a rear brake line and pretty much everything rear brakes, except for my e-brake. I still need to fix that. But I didn't put any of that in the video because we're trying to keep this channel family friendly, and the things I say when I'm working on drum brakes are not family friendly. I actually had to use four-wheel drive the other day. There was a bunch of snow on the ground and it froze overnight, it turned to ice, and I couldn't get out. I was upset. So yeah, that'll probably be the end of this video. It only took me like 3 weeks to make it for like 2 hours of work. But in my defense, it was like -30 the last weekend I was off. And I wasn't gonna do brake or shocks in -30 degree weather. Cause that just, It's not smart. I am looking at buying another car, which is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I'm an idiot. But I had a 4th gen Camaro right before I started this channel. I sold it and bought the 5th gen. And it's for sale again. And I might buy it back. Alright, deuces. Have fun.